Hello all, welcome to Shiva Tech channel. Today agenda is usage class. Okay, usage class in Cobol. Okay, and in usage class, we are going to discuss about what is usage class and what are the different uses of usage class and what are the different data formats we used in the usage class and how the data will store in each format. Okay, we are going to discuss about all these agenda points and first, what is usage class? Okay. Usage class, it specifies the format, how the data is stored in a memory. It specifies the format, how the data is stored in a memory. Okay, and it reduces the storage space. Okay, the main use of this usage class is we can reduce the storage. Okay, if suppose we are storing data in 10 bytes, so in this 10 bytes, can we able to store at least 1 byte or 2 bytes? Okay, for this, what are the different formats are there? We can going to discuss in this class. Okay, the main use of this usage class is to reduce the storage space. Okay, and also increasing the another use is increasing the storage efficiency of the program. Okay, it increase the storage efficiency of the program. Okay, okay. Here, every variable, whatever we declared in a COBOL, has usage class. Okay, whether it is a directly or indirectly, you can write usage and comp usage comp3. Okay, generally it's optional. Okay, if you want, you can write usage comp and usage comp3 like that. Okay, okay. This is the about the usage class and uses of usage class. Okay, and let us discuss about the what are the different data formats used in the usage class. Okay, we have total four different formats. Okay, one is display format, that is our character format. Second is the binary format. Okay, third is the hexadecimal format. Third is the hexadecimal format, and fourth is the facodecimal format. Okay, facodecimal format. Okay, these four formats are available in the usage class. Okay, let us discuss about each one by one. Okay, number what is the display format? Okay, what is the display or character format? Okay, in COBOL, whatever the variable that we declared. Okay, let us see one example. Picture 9 of 4. Okay, by default it is display. Usage is display. Okay, by default usage is display. Generally we don't declare this display. Okay, the data will by default data will be stored in the display format. Okay, the data will be stored in the display format. And also you must remember this usage class is used for only numeric data only. The usage class is used for only numeric data, not alphanumeric and not alphabetic. This is very important. Okay, okay. So in this display format, see, we have declared a 9 of 4. Okay, that means this variable, how many bytes it will take? It will take total 4 bytes of memory. Okay, in general, this is a in display format. Okay, and if you mention sign also, it take another separate byte. Okay, it takes separate byte. Okay, so that means whatever the number, whatever the digit is here, it will take each 1 byte. That means if you mention 4, 9 of 4 means it takes 4 bytes. Okay, so this is about the display format. Okay, second one is a binary format. Okay, binary format. You all know about what is the binary format, right? The internal data will be stored in the zeros and ones. Okay, zeros and ones. Here, how the data will be stored. Okay, in this, the data will be stored in the how data will be stored in the binary format. Okay, see, here the data will be stored in bits. Okay, how the data will be stored in bits. In display format, the data will take each digit will take one byte. Okay, here each digit will store in byte bits. Okay, okay. How can we find like whether it is a uh, binary format or not? By seeing while seeing the which word, we can say it as a binary format. That is COMP, COMP. Okay. If you declare the variable or data name usage is COMP, then the data will be stored in the binary format into that variable. Okay. COMP is used to store the data in binary format. Okay. Let us see one example. Yes, 9 of 4 MP. Okay. Or we can write usage sum. See here usage, if we write also compiler can, this is a general exact formula, exact syntax. Okay. This is optional. If you want, you can write, or else compiler will create this as a usage only. Okay. See, we have declared the variable ws number picture as 9 of 4 comp. That means the data will be stored in the binary format. We are telling the compiler that please go and save the data uh, in binary format of this variable. How the compiler can understand while seeing the word usage is comp. Okay, while seeing the usage is comp. Okay, you see how how much I already told using this format we can save the data. Okay, how we are going to save the data in this format? Okay, coming to display, we cannot save any data. Okay, by using display format, because this is the default one, we cannot save any data. We cannot store. We cannot save the data here. Okay, it's a default display format. Okay, for binary format, hexadecimal and backward decimal only we are going to save the data. Coming to the binary format, how we are going to save the data is, uh, before going that, you have to know uh, here, yes, 9 of 1, if the defined variable is, uh, okay, if the defined variable is under, replace this, okay, if the defined variable declared with a length s9 of 1 to s9 of 4, okay, s9 of 1 to 9 of 4. If the length is in between these two, it will take 2 bytes. Okay, if you mention S9 of 1 comp or S9 of 2 comp, S9 of 3 comp, S9 of 4 comp. So it will occupy 2 bytes. Okay, if the uh, length mentioned here is around 6. Okay, S9 of 5 to S9 of 9. That means it's going to occupy only 4 bytes. The variable which you mentioned in this length, so it will occupy 4 bytes. Okay, if you mention the variable in this length, okay, s9 of 10 to s9 of 18, it will occupy 4 bytes. Okay, that is double word, single word, half word. Okay, now see some example here. S9, okay, 01 double S number picture s9 of 6 comp. That means how many bytes it will occupy? It will occupy because the length 6, right? It will occupy, it is in between this. So it will occupy 4 bytes. Okay, if you give S9 of 9 means it will occupy only 4 bytes only. Okay, generally if you mention S9 of 9, S9 of 9, if you don't display COMP, how many bytes it will take? It will take 9 bytes. If you use this COMP variable, the binary format, okay, we are saving total 5 bytes of this variable. Like that, if you have millions of record in a file, okay, how each record we are saving 4 byte means we have 10 million, we are going to save so much of memory, right? Okay, the main use of this uses class with the binary format is this one. Okay, like that. Okay, this is this is the binary format. Okay, so how the sign will be stored in this binary format? Okay, see, the most significant bit is on if the number is negative. The most significant bit. So if you Google it, you can come to know what is most significant bit in binary. Okay, if it is on means that is negative value. That means most significant bit is equal to 1 means on. If the most significant bit is equal to 0 means that is off, that is positive value only. Okay, so like that the system will store the sign. Okay, and also main thing that you need to remember for the binary format is this binary for usage binary will used only for numeric data, not for the floating point, not for the decimal. That means it should contain only S9 1 to S9 18. It should not contain any SV99. Okay, all these. Okay, it won't. System will get abandoned. System will give error if you declare this variable with S9 of 1 V99 comp means it is incorrect. You should system will not understand. Okay, the binary format which can use only the numeric values, that is S9 of 4. It should not allow decimal. Okay, this is a very important point you need to note and you need to remember. Okay, this is about the binary format. Next, next is the hexadecimal format. Next is the hexadecimal format. Okay, we'll see what is hexadecimal, how the data will be declared for hexadecimal formats in Cobol. Okay, if you want to store the data in hexadecimal format, we have to declare the variable COMP-1 or COMP-2, COMP-1 or COMP-2. Here, if you declare the variable under COMP-1, okay, if you declare the variable under COMP-1, it takes 4 bytes. Okay, it takes 4 bytes. Okay, remember hexadecimal format will use to store data in decimal format, that is floating point will allow. Okay, only to store the data in floating format only will allow this hexadecimal. Remember, okay. Next, also this this hexadecimal format, we don't use picture. We don't use picture. PIC and all we should not declare. Okay, we'll see how it is going to store. Okay, if the variable we declared is comp2, it occupies, it takes 8 bytes. Okay, it takes 8 bytes. Whatever the variables that we declared under comp1 4 bytes, if we declare the variable under comp2, it takes 8 bytes. Okay. See one example how to declare the variable ws amount. No, it won't allow picture. Okay, COMP-1, COMP-1. Okay, WX COMP-2. In real time, generally we don't use COMP-1 and COMP-2. Okay, uh, for decimals and all, I haven't seen variables while declaring in COMP-1 and COMP-2. Very rare I have seen. Okay, okay, this is the hexadecimal. Okay, the data is in the floating point and no picture class in this type. Okay, if the variable is declared under comp1 means it takes 4 bytes. If it is the comp2 means it takes 8 bytes. Okay, this is all about hexadecimal. Okay, it is all about hexadecimal. Next to main data format that we need to know is backward decimal format. Okay, backward decimal format. If we want to represent the data, if we want to store the data in a backward decimal format, we should declare the usage class as COMP3. COMP3. If you declare any variable under COMP3, then the data in Cobol, the data will be stored in the backward decimal format. Okay, let us see how the data will declare. WF amount, picture, yes, 9 of 6, V99, COMP3 usage is COMP3. Okay, see here in packed decimal format it allows. Okay, in packed decimal format it allows sign. Okay, and azimuth decimal point and decimal. Okay, sign and decimal it will allow. Okay, see in binary format it won't allow decimal, it will allow only this sign and this length only it will allow, number of digits only it will allow. Okay, and packed decimal. Okay, here each character, each number, each digit will take half byte. Okay, in packed decimal format, okay, each digit take half byte. Okay, for example, if you take this 6 7 8, right, that means each byte will take half byte. Okay, each digit will take half byte. So here sign is stored separately, rightmost half byte. How the sign is going to store separate rightmost half byte. Okay, because sign also will take a half byte here. Okay, see if the declared length in a picture class, if the declared length is even, there is a formula. Okay, if the length is, the variable length is even value, then the formula is n by 2 plus 1. Okay, if it is odd, if the length is odd, if the value is odd, the formula is n divided by 2. Sorry, it is n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, for more readable, you just use this braces here. Okay, for if the value is even, then the formula is n by 2 plus 1. If the length is odd value, that means if n is odd, then n plus 1 by 2. See this example, S9 of 6, V99, 6, 7, 8, right? Total 8 bytes. Okay, 8 is the even number, then it will take 8 by 2 plus 1. So 8 by 2. 8 by 2 means 4 plus 1. That is equal to, it will take, see example, n by 8 divided by 2 plus 1. Okay, how many bytes it will take? 4 plus 1. Total it will occupy 5 bytes. See here, if we don't mention COMP3 here, how many bytes it will take? 6, 7, 8. So it will take total 8 bytes. Okay. So how much memory we are saving? Here total 3 bytes we are going to save in this representation, in this declaration. Okay. Okay. So I will recap once. Each digit in packed decimal format, each digit will take a half byte, and the sign is stored in a separate rightmost half byte. And if the length is even, the formula is n by 2 plus 1. If the length is odd, the formula is n plus 1 by 2. Okay. So I told that the sign is stored in the rightmost half byte, right? So that means rightmost half byte means in the rightmost half byte in the last nibble it will store. Okay, nibble in the sense like 4 bits. Okay, 4 bits equal to one nibble. Okay, so like 8 bits equal to one byte, right? Like 4 bits equal to one nibble. Okay, in one the sign it will occupy one nibble. Okay, and so how it will the data will store here is see I will how the sign will save here is here F. If the data is if the sign is F, okay, if it display F, that is unsigned positive. If you don't declare yes, okay, that is unsigned positive. Okay, for this type of variable, the sign will store with F. Okay, if the signed positive, if you have declared yes and we moved plus and plus value and interval, okay, then the data type is the sign will store with C. Okay. If it is a D, that means signed negative minus 123.25 that we have moved means the data we can display in the last nibble it will store D. Okay. C F for unsigned positive, C for signed positive, D for signed negative. Okay. See, you must remember all these points. Okay. Interview in any Cobol interview without so there is definitely they will ask from the usage class. Okay. There is no interview which is usage class. Wherever you go, in any attend any interview, 99%, 99% they will ask the usage class. Okay. Any of the questions like what are the different formats? What will happen if COMP-1? How many bytes it will take? What is the internal data will store? Okay. How the sign will going to store? All these questions will arise in between these formats. Okay. Mainly they will ask backward decimal. Okay. Definitely they will ask because in real time all the amount fields. Real time means wherever the domain, whatever the domain you take, if it is a banking, it is all depends on the amount. If it is the insurance, it's all about the premium. Okay, premium means that is the amount field. If you go to retail domain also, price tag, price. Okay, it have the decimals. Okay, everything we do we declared in a COMP3. Okay, because we can store the data in a very less stored data we can use, and also program efficiency also good while using these uh, you know usage classes. Okay, this is all about okay, this is all about usage class. And there is a one more interview question they will ask here is can we see, can we display this data? Okay, can we display this COMP3 variable? Can we display this COMP3 variable? Okay, what will happen if you display? Yes, we can display the COMP3 variable if we display directly double S amount. If you display directly with the display in procedure division, if you display amount is double S amount. Okay, yes, it is work. It won't give any abend. Okay, then we can that junk value if we cannot understand the value here, it will show some different format so that we cannot understand. The system only internally can understand. Okay, but if I want to there is another question. If I want to display the COMP-3 variable, okay, I want to display the COMP-3 variable. How you are going to display? There is a question. Okay, how can we display means, if we want to display the COMP-3 variable means in a program, before displaying, you need to declare one more variable. Okay, 01 temp amt amount picture. Yes, I'm sorry guys, I didn't use 9 here. Yes, 9 of 6 V99. That's all. Okay. You need to declare one variable with the double another variable, temporary variable in the working storage section with picture class N9 of 6 V99. You should not use a COMP3 here. Just use the display format. Okay. Then in procedure division, move double amount to double temp amount. Then now you display this double temp amount. Okay, what will happen is it will move the COM3 value here is sign of 6V99. Then you can use the display. Okay, display amount is double temp amount. Now we can able to see the exact value in the variable, whatever the variable it is. COM3 means we cannot read the data. Okay, so this is all about these different formats and usage class and the uses. Okay, hope you all understood this class. Okay, if you have any questions, write in a comment section. Okay, thank you all. Thanks for all your support. Okay, I hope these videos are helping you to understand. Okay, if you have any beginners, just please share to them. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Bye.